In this video, we're going to go over the shoulder pain muscle and how to release it for instant relief. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to focus on the main muscles that tend to cause the most amount of shoulder pain. These muscles include the deltoid and the rotator cuff. What usually happens is a blend of weakness and tightness sets in that eventually will lead to strain and pain. So what we're going to focus on is releasing this tightness and also helping to strengthen these muscles for both quick and long-lasting relief. A note about the exercises, each one works just a little bit differently. They're going to target different muscles. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. Also, these exercises are designed for minor strains in the shoulder, not for major injuries like a rotator cuff tear. If you're unsure what you have, always consult with your local doctor first before starting any new exercise. With that being said, let's get started. So let's start with the big one, the rotator cuff. If you're unfamiliar with it, it is a group of 4 muscles and tendons that help stabilize the shoulder and just make it where you're able to move your arm and your shoulder. When these muscles get irritated, what you generally will get is a deep dull ache more towards the front of the shoulder that can radiate towards the side of the arm towards the elbow, but rarely does it ever go past the elbow. Here's a really easy exercise that will pretty much loosen up and release that muscle tightness in the rotator cuffs while also helping to strengthen it. All you need is a medium-sized hand drying towel and the edge of a door frame or a wall. So whatever side that you're having the most amount of shoulder pain, let's say it's your right side, you're going to bend that side's elbow at 90 degrees, take your towel, wedge it in between your elbow and your side, and just gently press your elbow into your side to lock your shoulder into place during this exercise. From here, we're going to open up our hand and have our palm facing towards the edge of the door frame. We want our body nice and straight facing it also. So you're going to start off by doing what is called internal rotation of the shoulder. The movement is sweeping the hand and arm inward like this, focusing on moving through your shoulder. Start off by just placing your fingertips on the wall. And from there, you're just going to press in as much as you can, because the more that you press in, the more that you're going to feel the muscles around the shoulder, including the rotator cuff, start to activate. Go to the point where it is a good activation of these muscles, not causing any pain or discomfort. If you feel that, back off slightly and then hold this for 5 seconds. Release it completely and then repeat this 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. If you would like to take this one to the next level and make it a little bit deeper of an activation, just slide your hand a little bit more on the door frame. The more that you put your hand on the door frame, the more force that you'll be able to use during this exercise. But progress into it slowly and make sure that it's not causing any more pain or discomfort. So the next movement is pretty similar, but what we're going to focus on is external rotation of the shoulder. So we're going to sweep the arm and hand outward like this. So we're going to place the back side of our hand right here, fingertips to start off with, right at the edge of that door frame or the wall, and then press into it. Again, repeating this 5 times for 5 seconds. And to make it a little bit harder, just place the back of your hand, I should say more of your hand, right there at the edge of that door frame. So the last movement is called shoulder flexion. You're going to make a fist, and what you're going to focus on doing is just kind of punching upward like this, but don't punch the door frame, but just sweep your arm up like this, raising your shoulder towards the ceiling. So for this one, I'm going to make sure that my hand is flush up against whatever I'm using. We don't want to punch into it and hurt our hand, and just focus on trying to press in and up at the same time. You'll notice again, it hits the muscles a little bit differently. 5-second hold, release it, repeat this 5 times. But go through all of these movements. You're probably going to find that one just works the best. Maybe it's really helping to address a lot of tightness, or maybe it just feels really weak. At that point, treat it like your weak link and throw more repetitions in until everything is nice and loose, or you got a really good workout. So another muscle that tends to cause a lot of shoulder pain is the big biceps muscle right here on the top of the arm. What happens is that this muscle and its tendons become strained, and you get a lot of pain from your elbow into the muscle belly right here towards the front of your shoulder. Generally, you feel it right here where the bicep connects to the shoulder, and it can be pretty intense. Another telltale sign is you have a lot of weakness while trying to use your arm. So this one is really easy. It's going to be a self-massage technique. Whatever side that you're having the most amount of pain over your shoulder, what you're going to do is relax it just like this. Take your other side's thumb, kind of make like a fist, and just press it right towards the inner part of your arm right here, and start right above the elbow. So we're just going to press in there. You should feel some muscle belly starting to form, and you just want to lightly press your thumb into that area to the point where it's going to be a comfortable self-massage, but not causing any discomfort. Once you're pressing into that muscle, you're going to hold it, make a fist with that painful side, and now slowly curl your arm up like this, activating that bicep. So just imagine that you're Arnold Schwarzenegger and just trying to lift a weight up like this, but do it slowly, because as you do this, the pressure point of your thumb is really going to dig into that muscle, and it usually feels pretty good. Go to a point where it is a really good massage into that area, and what you can do is a light circular motion with your thumb as you do this. I like to hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds and then release. On the next repetition, I'm just going to move up a little bit more and then repeat this the whole length of the bicep. Just doing this nice and slowly all the way to the point where I get towards the front of the shoulder right here. As you do this, you're going to notice that one spot is the pinpoint spot of tightness or achiness. At that point, you want to stop over that spot and keep repeating this until everything is nice and loose. So an overlooked cause of shoulder pain actually comes from tightness in our chest, our pectorals or our pec muscles. Think everything that we do today, using computers, cell phones, driving, it all involves bad forward-leaning posture like this. This bad posture can lead to tightness in our chest, but more importantly, it can lead to strain and eventual pain in our shoulders. So here's a really easy exercise that you can use throughout the day to quickly reduce tightness in the chest. This one is called the YUW. All you need is a door frame or the corner of a wall. Start off by placing your feet together and your arms upward just like this, so they're in a Y position. From here, just lean forward with your body weight. The more that you lean forward, the more that you're going to feel a deep stretch form across the chest. Hold this one comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds, and during that time, do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Let out as much tension as you can. From there, relax. On the next repetition, what we're going to do is now go into the U position or the field goal. So our elbows are bent roughly at 90 degrees, and now we're going to repeat this. You're going to notice it hits the muscles just a little bit differently. The next position is the W. So we're just going to tuck our elbows towards our side as much as we can and then repeat. But go through all of these positions a couple times. But you're probably going to find that one position, maybe the Y right here, just hits that tightness the best. At that point, throw more repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. With this exercise, we're going to focus on the deltoids or the delts, that big muscle that covers the top and the side of the shoulder. When this muscle gets strained, you can get pain pretty much across the whole shoulder, the front, side, and the back. But a telltale sign is a lot of shoulder pain while raising your arm up like this. So to be able to effectively stretch the delt, we need to focus on 3 separate movements to hit the 3 areas of the delt. The first one is going to focus on the front part of the delts. What I'm going to do is take my hands, put them together, place them right in the small of my lower back. We're going to slide our hands upward as much as we can until we can't go any further. When we can't go any further, what we're going to do next is now wing our elbows backward like this. You should feel a deep stretch form in your chest and also across the front of your shoulders. Once we feel that, we're going to hold this position and now take it to the next level by sticking our chest forward and just pressing it upward towards the ceiling. As you do this, it's going to really deepen that stretch, so build into it slowly. Hold this one comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds. Relax. On the next repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. And I like to repeat this 3 to 5 times. From here, we're going to now focus on the middle delts. For this one, what I'm going to do is take the painful side, bend my elbow roughly at 90 degrees, take the hand on the other side, grip right around that elbow. We want to just pull that elbow across our body as much as we can until we feel a deep stretch form more towards the middle and outside part of the shoulder. Once we feel that, we're going to hold this and now scoop our elbow downward towards our chest. As you do this, it will really deepen that stretch. Once you feel that deep, comfortable stretch, we're now going to hold this for 20 to 30 seconds and then relax. On the next repetition, we're going to try to build into it just a little bit more for 3 to 5 repetitions. So the last one is going to focus on the rear delts. This movement is very similar to what we just did. So let's scoop that elbow across like this until we feel that initial stretch. But this time around, I'm just going to gently pull my elbow down a little bit, not towards my chest completely. I'm going to hold that and now scoop that shoulder and shoulder blade forward. So it's kind of like we're just leaning forward into it like this. So as we do this, you should feel a deep stretch form more towards the rear part of your shoulder. If you don't feel it, just keep leaning and just scooping into it as much as you can. Again, hold this one for 20 to 30 seconds, relax, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. But go through all of these movements. You're probably going to find that one just helps you out the most. And at that point, throw more repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. With this exercise, we're going to switch gears and now focus on getting long-lasting shoulder pain relief by strengthening the muscles that help support it. For this one, we're going to need a simple weight. If you don't really have much strength, I would recommend starting off with something like a water bottle or a can of soup. I'm going to be demonstrating with a tasty can of beef barley, but if you would like to make this one even more beefy, start off by using dumbbells. So what I'm going to do first is target the rotator cuffs, whatever side that you're having the most amount of shoulder pain. Let's say it's your right side. Grab your can of soup just like this and then bend your elbow roughly at 90 degrees with your elbow pointed straight in front of you. Take the hand on the other side, the back of your hand right here, and support underneath your elbow. So what I'm going to do is just take my can of soup and just slowly lower it down like this, putting my shoulder into internal rotation. The key is to fight this weight. So just allow it to go down really, really slowly, because as you do this, you're going to feel a lot of muscles around the shoulder start to fire. When you can't go down any further, then you're going to go in reverse, slowly coming back up, again, resisting against the weight of your soup can or whatever you're going to use. Go all the way over and then just keep repeating this over and over again for about 5 repetitions in both directions. Afterwards, take a breather, and then if you have enough strength, try to repeat this for another set or 2. So let's take this one to the next level by engaging some more muscles by doing essentially what is known as a shoulder press. So for this one, you're going to bend your elbow at 90 degrees, have the can of soup just going straight up towards the ceiling. What I'd like to do is wing my elbow back just a little bit so my shoulder is in line with my elbow. From here, I'm just going to raise that can of soup up. Just press that can of soup up as much as you can, engaging those muscles. Reach up, hold this for a second or 2, and then slowly lower that can of soup downward like this, bringing your elbow towards your side. And you want to do this, again, roughly about 5 times in both directions. Afterwards, take a breather and try to throw in another set or 2. Just remember, whatever you do on one side, always switch to the other side and repeat to keep everything in balance. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.